name and where you are in the lineup. I understood a little bit about there was mom and first husband.
Yes.
I guess that's two sisters.
Yes.
And then and then your mom met someone.
Yes.
Yeah, remarried. Yeah. So just to hear a little bit about that.
Okay.
And you can look at her. You don't need to look at the camera.
Great,
yeah, I'll
great.
be right like
Well, my name is Vivian Adina Nelthrop Nielsen. So my father was a Nelthrop in the Virgin Islands. And I'm the first child for the second marriage, which was a pretty special little position. And my baby sister came along about 22 months later. And Doris and Tina came into my life at the very same time. So I always felt very much like a only child. And then in my second year of life, 3 other people entered my world, which was wonderful. So I had a baby sister and 2 older sisters, Doris and Tina.
And when you say entered your life, where?
Up to that point, they lived in Louisville, Kentucky. And I was born here in New York to this new marriage. You see? So I didn't know anything about them, of course, being a little girl. And when they came to spend the summer, I was just happy. I had these 2 people to play with, and then a little baby sister who was just born. And they said I took it pretty good. And life moved on. They stayed. And my world changed, and it was wonderful. Even to this day, I feel like they're almost like my mommies. Because in those days, and probably still, when you have older sisters, you're traded off to one or the other. So my mother, I would always go to my one sister, Tina, for anything I wanted or needed, and my younger sister, Debbie, went to Doris for anything, then they would take it on to Mom. So it wasn't just all 4 of us attacking her at once. And that was kind of wonderful, but it's formed that kind of relationship even as an adult. I still look to them almost as being like, not quite a mom, but almost a little more than an older sister.
And was there anything at any time when you first met Doris, was there anything that you thought was different about her, or?
That's what they have to tell me, because I don't really remember it all, but they said yes. When my mother said, oh, these are your 2 older sisters, they're coming to spend the summer, that I looked at the 2 of them and grabbed Doris and told her to come and let's play with my toys. And that was it. They said that the connection, but I didn't acknowledge and seeing the other sister all that much. But Doris, I wanted her to come play. I guess the height, I looked at her and thought she was another child like myself. So she's always been very special.
And what was life for you growing up in New York? Where did you go to school?
I went to school, Catholic school.
Actually, hold please. I'm sorry.
Before that, in Philadelphia, and then back home, and then got hired at the University of the Virgin Islands, where he has an undergraduate degree and I have a master's degree, so UVI all the way.
Wow. So I'm so just intrigued, as I say, from how everyone, the 4 of you, have this spirit and just looking at life in such an affirming way.
It has everything to do with Mama Dia. My mom, she was just a force in our lives. And I always said that. I said, Mommy never taught hate. She had discipline with love, and I never felt I'm the favorite or that one's the favorite. She used to tell us, I got 4 daughters. I know all of your good and your bad, and I love you all the same. And she lived it. You know, I don't think any of them would really say, Mommy treated you this way or that way. We all were treated with a certain equality. It was not going to be. And I love that. I don't know if I could have did that, but I think I did with our 2.
Yeah.
I tried so hard because my daughter always thought we favored the son, and the son said you've given her all the privileges and because she's a girl. But I felt that they were even keeled. You know, that was our K and K. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just wait.
Because of the elevator?
Oh, when I was living in the projects, when we was living in the projects, and I had just had R2, and No, not just had R2. He was almost a year old because he started walking when he was 9 months. And we couldn't get outside for several days because you had to walk up and down 19 flights. So I was in the bathroom. I was in the kitchen putting clothes in the wash machine, and he was standing beside me. Then all of a sudden he disappeared when Vivian came home from school, and so I said, I didn't see him. I said, Vivian, is R2 back there? And I kept putting the clothes. He said, no, he's not there with me. And T. So I said, he's not here with me, Vivian said. And I ran out through the house, and he was behind the curtains, out the window. He was standing out the window from the 19th floor.
Well, hey, we have 4 sisters together. Come on in. Hey.
How you doing?
Hi.
Hey.
How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Good.
I think it's a Darden Millbrook miracle. Come on over. Hey. So hey, we're gonna come on over, everybody. Let's
Does anybody need anything else to drink?
Okay.
No, thank you.
We are especially celebrating you all 4 today. This is celebrating sisters.
Very nice. That's nice.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
This is
gotta take a picture.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. So hey,
So nice.
good. Maybe we'll get some plates. What do you say? Well, can I get some plates?
That's right. With the cake in there.
Yeah. So it's your 70th birthday, 70th year, right?
No, I'm 76.
6 now.
26.
Wow.
And Teeny will be 75 next week. No, week after. She'll be 75.
Oh man. So this is really a celebration.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. We met you about a half a year ago now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've really been, just so enjoying seeing everybody and getting everybody
It's
together.
good to see you guys again too.
Yeah. And
Very lovely to
it
see.
went so fast,
Yeah.
the months.
I know, right?
But it seems like forever that we haven't seen you. But
A young child hearing her sing with a friend, Jeanette Walker. And I don't know if Jeanette could sing, but Doris could. And we used to have to be the background, but we could only say one part. She would sing, just a closer walk with thee. And then she would go all into the whole song singing, and it was beautiful. She had a beautiful, but we could only sing,
Just a
closer walk with thee, just a closer walk with thee. We couldn't sing any other part of the
I
song.
tried. She cut us
No,
off.
she said, no. You sing just a closer
I
walk
told
with
you
thee.
what to sing.
That's all you sing. Don't sing anything else. And then she would sing all this beautiful part, and she could project her voice, and it was just, our sister could sing. So then we want to sing a little bit more. No. You sing just a closer walk with thee, just a close. So that's the only part that we were allowed to sing. But Doris had a beautiful, I still think, singing voice. Beautiful singing voice.
And that song meant so much to me that at my daughter's funeral I had someone do a solo. Because I could just hear us as children singing that song, and I loved that song, Just a Closer Walk with Thee. So I made sure at my daughter's funeral, Burton Brown sang it. I said, not my sister Doris.
Sing a little of it now? How would it go? You guys know your parts, right? Just a little?
Yeah.
But I can't sing
She said she
anymore.
can't
I'm
sing
telling you,
anymore.
I really can't.
I can't either. I guess our voices got old and deep. And
After that last operation about 10, 12 years ago, I
yeah,
can't
that serious one.
something happened.
It had to do with the anesthesia
Diaphragm.
because she can't.
A little
she can't go all the way
impromptu,
back.
just a little.
We'll sing just a little piece of it. Do you remember that song?
Yeah,
Just a little
What,
piece of
Debbie?
it.
Just a closer walk with thee.
Just a closer walk with thee. Just a closer walk with thee. Just a walk with thee. Just a closer walk with thee.
Just a closer
Jesus. Yeah, I can't.
Oh, that was beautiful.
But that was good. That was good.
That was great.
Still really, but
Oh no, Doris had a beautiful
It has to
singing
do with
voice.
With the
that for
anesthesiologist and what they have to do with her when she's.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I think we should ask you now, as the big sis, each of your sisters.
About my
Yeah.
sister.
Okay, one